Well, hello. This is Colin here, Colin from Grade 8 Computer Science, and in this little video, I just wanted to break down the idea of addressable memory and how that actually works. So I'm going to go through this quickly so you can get the idea. But basically, the idea behind it is that in order to get data from memory, you have to address it. So the CPU is going to send an address to the memory, and then the memory will give up the data that's contained in that memory location. So let me just show you what I mean by that. So let's look at our CPU, and so the CPU is going to send an address to the first address location, which is 1. So this is going to be an address, and of course that will be on the address bus. So it sends the location to the location that it requires on the address bus, and this is the location that we need, which is 1. Now in that location, well, at the moment there's nothing there, but let's pop something in there. Let's pretend that there was something there. So in that location, let's say there's the number 50, whatever that might be. Okay, so in that location is the number 50. So that 50 has to be released back to the CPU. So it's going to go back to the CPU. Okay. Now, just before that happens, there's a control signal, and let's do that in orange, shall we? We release a control signal to tell the memory that we actually want to read the data that is in that address. So let's look at that again. So the CPU is going to put out an address on the address bus, and that address is going to go to the memory, and the address will be 1. So we're saying that we want to get the contents of the location 1, and in that memory location is the number 50. And what we're saying is in order for that to happen, the control line, let's just here we are. The control line has to go to read. So it's going to tell the memory that we're going to read the memory location, and so the 50 will then be released back to the CPU. Okay. And the other thing that can happen is that we can write data into the memory, and the way that happens, very similar again. What we're going to do is we're going to put make an allocate. Let's say we're going to write something into memory location 3. So we're going to send an address, and that's from memory location 3. Now we know in memory location 3 that there's nothing there, but what we're also going to do is send, let's put this as mauve, and we're going to send a signal to the control line on the memory, and that's going to be write. Okay, we're going to write, and then the data bus will send information into memory location 3, whatever that data is, and let's say that's going to be 40 for sake of argument. Okay. So in this case, what we've done is we've sent an address from the CPU to the memory for 3. The control signal says that we're going to write information. So we're going to write information into memory location 3, and so the CPU will then send the data into memory location 3 and place the data there, which in this case is going to be 40. Okay. All the time we are addressing the memory, and that's the whole point of this video, is to talk about addressable memory. In order to do anything with the memory, we have to address it first, and the address will come from the CPU. Hey, it's Colin here, gradeacomputerscience.com. If you liked the video that you just saw, it'd be great if you could leave me a comment. Just let me know what you liked about it. Maybe you've got a comment about future videos that you'd like to see. If you subscribe to my channel, you'll get updates of what's happening, and I'll keep you abreast of all the latest developments in computer science, helping you to pass those exams. Okay, so drop me a line. You've got my email below, questions@gradeacomputerscience.com, or colin@gradeacomputerscience.com. I'm only too happy to help you with any questions that you might have about computer science, because I love it, and I'm sure you do too.